Ready to do some hard work? Are you ready to be hard while working? That's my car with the Just the Base Impreza form. Also another N driver. I'll say hi to the vlog. Yeah, it's good. Hey, one burger. So this here is the Aem Wideband sensor. This is gonna go into the top of the NVIDIA downpipe. This connects, to this connector here. This part here goes into the back of one of the gauge ports. This here is a wiretap. We're just gonna use like a 10 amp fuse for this one. It's probably gonna be more than enough. That one's gonna go into here. Basically, these little wiretaps here, you crimp this to the power wire, which is gonna be, in this case, this little red one here. We really don't need to use these ones, and we'll make a little ground here for the black wire. And then that just, this here is the other wire here, which is gonna be for the power, and it plugs into that port. So it's super easy to do, but to make this install a bit cleaner, what I'm doing right now is I'm actually going to set up another fuse tap here that's going to go to the radar detector, so I don't have to use the cigarette lighter anymore. And it's basically going to be a way cleaner layout, so I'm just under here in the fuse box, getting ready to wire this one up and use a ground. So this ground here, I'm probably just going to mount into one of these bolts in here somewhere. Sorry, it's that little black guy right there. Focus, that one. So you got to find a nice ground in here, and then I'll wire it all the way up through the pillar gauge up to the top over to the detector. So I just grounded it kind of between this and the metal, so it has a good ground. It's all tight and snug in there. Power here, it connects, you just connect the wire tap through this one that connects up to the ground, and run this cable all the way up to the top of the radar detector, and you turn the key. Oh wait, where's my keys? Boom. Then yeah, like I said before, I'm just gonna run this wire all the way up here, all the way through the top of the roof, and it's gonna be a way cleaner setup. Come on. All right, so now it's wired just kind of through the roof here, comes all the way down this pillar here, underneath the side, through there. It's way cleaner than having this huge cigarette lighter thing here. So let's pull this out. Boom. And see what happens. Boom. That is so much cleaner, dude. I don't have this huge dangling wire in front of the dash or anything like that. So now I'll kind of show you guys what's going on here. So Craig right now is down here. We're going through the firewall slit right there into the car. It's kind of going underneath the AOS line. So if we come here and look at the light, you can kind of see where that metal wire we're poking through to make little slits coming through, and that's coming up underneath the air blower here. That's gonna come through the firewall, and then we'll route the rest of the wiring behind the center console there over to the other side, and the gauge will go in a vent clip over there that's coming in a few days, maybe a week. I'm not too sure. But yeah, right now basically we just have wiring, getting ready for it. Got some hole cut out in the firewall to get the wires wired over there to the other fuse. Now, this is our other fuse tap here. Right now, there's no fuses in it, but right now we have to find a fuse here that has constant power. So, if you look on our little fuse chart here, oh, it's upside down. So, the one I'm using right now for the radar detector is this 10 amp one here. That's the cigarette lighter. And that's a constant ignition one, or I guess a constant power delivery fuse. So we're gonna go up here to this 15 amp one. We're gonna go use the door lock one because that also gives consistent power. So we're gonna use that one for the O2 sensor, which is gonna be our wideband gauge. Then when the vent clip comes in, we'll mount it up here and it's gonna look really flush with all the pillar gauges. So yeah, we're about to pull the fuse for this one and we'll get this wiretap preset. If we look here, find the 15 one, which is right there above my finger. We're gonna pull that one and use that slot. So, pulled that fuse out now, so I'm gonna kind of show you how this works. So basically, you buy your fuse tap. These are like 15 bucks. You can probably get them cheaper on Amazon. You use the one that came with the car as well, because if you can tell, there's two slots. The front one is basically what gets the power. The third one, sorry, not the third. The second one is kind of like the reserve. That's how my ADHD brain kind of processes it. It's not necessarily the most accurate, but I'm sure you kind of understand what I mean. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab another fuse here. These fuses, they're like, I don't know, you can probably get them at your local store for like 15 cents, maybe $1 or $2, like they're really cheap. But I'm just gonna grab another one. So like, here's another 15 fuse I got out of here. You know, you can see too, this one's also a 15 that we pulled from the fuse box originally. Some people like to run a 10 with a 15. I personally like to keep 2 and 2. That's just preference. I believe I recall hearing about something you're supposed to pair them or not have the reserve one less than the front. We're gonna try it with 15s. If for some reason there's some weird power issue, I'll just swap to a 10 and a 15. Boom, so now both of these are put into place here, and basically once this is installed, we can get ready to solder or crimp. We're probably just gonna crimp these ones, and we'll have a proper connection, and then we'll just build ourselves a tiny ground real quick. All right, hopefully this makes sense to y'all what I'm about to do. So what we're gonna do here is, we got this extra, you know, this wiring here from Aem that they provide. You don't really need to use all these ones. Some of these are for like illumination. There's a couple different purpose setups you can use. You really don't need them. I'm just gonna use power, which is red, and then ground, which is black. So we'll put a ground on here in a second. But for now, I'm gonna show you what you gotta do. So this red one here, basically all you're gonna do is put it in this little hole here, get it some good metal contact, grab your crimpers, and just boom, snap it into place. That's pretty much all you gotta do. So I'm gonna do that real quick because I need 2 hands. So now since that's done, basically you can see here, it's crushed together. You tug on it a bit, it's not gonna come loose. It's kind of how you know you have a proper metal contact. So you know basically this is gonna come loose and then the power is gonna come through. Also too, I don't know if you can see it. You can see it's actually kind of like crushed in there a bit if you look really closely. Oh, come on. It's actually like crushed in there. I don't know how well you can see it, but you can tell it's crushed in there now. It's not like an open hole. That's what she said. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. And then what we're gonna do is basically do the same with the ground. We're just gonna grab one of those little metal contacts and figure that out too. So now I grabbed ourselves a little ground here. You can kind of see it. These are super easy. It's the exact same as you saw on the previous wire tap we just did for the radar detector. Basically, this is how this works. Ground wire here goes into there, and you just crimp it down. And there we go. That is our crimped ground. She's good to go. I kind of messed the sleeve up, but yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty straightforward, and you can pretty much do all this for like 20 bucks. So now I got it grounded kind of to where I want. The secondary fuse is plugged in up here. You can see the other fuse tap. Wait. Ah, that's way better. You can see the fuse tap there. There's the other one right there. That's the radar detector. That's for the gauge. So now I just gotta get the gauge wire from over there from the O2 sensor to come in here. So yeah, we got it zip tied here. You can see the secondary O2 sensor here is plugged into the top of the NVIDIA CAT. That's pretty easy to do. You just need an O2 sensor ratchet and socket, and you just plug it into the top of the sensor. Like I said, we routed through the firewall at the start. This is all zip tied up nicely, and we should be pretty good to go here soon. Now we got it coming in from the other side there where we had the hole in the firewall, and the gauge is all hooked up now. About to just turn the car on real quick and make sure it's all working. Alright, so now we got this all done back up. Everything's nice. Got the wiring kind of zip tied temporarily just until I get the the vent mount ready for the gauge. And then right now, since it's kind of useless, I just kind of have it sitting right here. Oh shit. So yeah, right now it's just kind of sitting here and doing kind of its thing, and yeah, well, that's how she's gonna sit for now. Now what we're doing, we're gonna put the car up on the hoist here. We're gonna do an oil change, you know the vibe. Motul 5W40, X Clean Gen 2. Craig, they gave you the wrong fucking oil. And as the only filter I trust is Wix, so we're throwing one of those on. I also noticed we somehow got X Clean instead of XS. Supposedly IAG says running the X Clean is okay instead of running XS, vice versa. Some people really don't like XS, some prefer X Clean, some people don't like X Clean, some people prefer XS. They're both 5W40, they're both 5W40, 100% synthetic. I don't really think it's gonna be an issue, but I'll make sure next time to go back to this one or switch to Shell Rotella T6. So hopefully this doesn't fuck anything up, but I really don't think it's gonna. Oh, watch your hand. Oh, shit. Great job. Fist bumps. Thanks for your help. Another day of working hard on Subarus. Banged out an oil change, AFR gauge.
It only took 10 minutes.
Alright boys, I think it's time to go home. The Scoob is looking fucking gnarly. She's looking beautiful. She's looking sexy, and she sounds good. I think the next thing to do is get the rims on, get the summers on, new brakes, new brake lines, new suspension. I think that's the next thing that'll happen next time I make one of these, so it could be a couple weeks, maybe a month. who knows? I'll try and post some cool clips and stuff in between. Maybe I'll vlog doing the Etune hopefully in the next few days. Depends if I do vlog that or not. But that's all she wrote, folks. Thanks all for tuning in. Hope this video wasn't all over the place. Hope you guys learned a thing or two. AEM gauge was super easy to do. Just learn to wire crimp, shit like that. Cost about 20 bucks to buy a ground, maybe an extra fuse, maybe a crimp tool, and then 250 bucks with expedited shipping got me the gauge from SubieSupplyCo. Shout out Tyler. That's all she wrote, really, boys. Nothing much for us to do. This build's come along a lot quicker than I expected. Really, we just need to do the secondary air pump, TGV deletes if we still want to go that route. Maybe new plugs, maybe bigger injectors, and the stage 3 clutch, and I already got the turbo. It's just a matter of when we want to pull the engine and put that all in. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna end the vlog here. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's been your boy Fish, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.